Hi, Soumya.
Hi Priya, how are you today?
I'm very well, and I think it's also nice to be. I love the message what we are displaying behind, and I think it goes in line with the Pride Month that I think across the globe, everyone is surfacing this as an important month for bringing that inclusive mindset. Because everybody is talking about it and they bring their own experiences and lenses to it. So I'm very curious to find out how each person has their understanding and lens that they're applying when it comes to the Pride Month, and that's what I want to find out from you. When we were talking the other day, you shared with me a very beautiful experience, and I think others can learn and benefit from it. Soumya, please do share your experience and how you have resolved it.
Sure. I'm sure all of us have an experience that, something that happened in the past. Suddenly you get to remember it at this time and then you'll cringe about it. You'll be like, that's not you. How did you even allow something like that to happen? So,
Yeah.
especially the Pride Month brings back a memory like that. So this was like more than a decade, like 15 years ago. A family member was setting up a production unit, and I think my heart was in the right place when I suggested that why not the workflow force be all from members of the transgender community. So everybody thought it's a great idea, let's go for it. And so at that time, I hail from a smaller town, and I'm only used to seeing people from the transgender community being in not so favorable places. They were not treated well, and so I thought I was giving them a chance. Okay, so I speak to this transgender rights activist, a social worker. She's very famous. I somehow find her number online and I get in touch with her. And all of this, I'm doing it like with so much like enthusiasm in me, because I think somewhere in my mind I thought I was doing them a favor. I was being nice to them. Okay, so but as soon as I spoke to her, she was very straightforward. So I suggested this idea. I told her we're looking at hiring people and all of that. And she had very normal questions like, what would the pay be like? What is the lunch break? What are the work hours? And she had these regular questions that a normal person would have. But then I was taken aback because I wasn't prepared to answer those. Because see, I'm sitting in on high horse and I'm giving somebody, how do I put this? I was doing a favor to somebody.
True.
But then
True.
that one call changed my entire perspective, because I was thinking that who am I to give them that opportunity? It's not, they are also equal members of the society. So I should have treated them like I would any other person we would like to hire. My lens completely changed. So
True.
even today, when I think about that particular call, I think that, what made me think that I was in a place of better privilege, or it's not something I'm proud of. I feel
Mm.
that before making that call, I should have done my homework. I should have thought of them as somebody who is part of, who should be treated equally. So this
Yes.
is
Yes.
something, especially Pride Month, when I think of it for a second, this just come, this memory comes in, and I'm like, maybe I should call that person and just, get it out of my system. Tell her that, I didn't, my heart was in the right place.
True, true. But at least, I mean, great self-awareness, and at least with awareness, you can now make the right choices, right, Soumya? The mindsets with which we have conversations with people from differently minded communities, right? And then we really need to, take off those elements of I mean, we are doing a favor, or we are, in a privileged position, and we are looking at them from above to below, and not treating them as equals always has shown up. Even now it shows up, and it more so in the past. But I'm very grateful that a lot of people, like you said, there's an activist that you came in touch with. I think people are bringing it out. But I think it's important that each and every organization and each and every member of this, as we say, a human community and a professional world, we should bring those factors, as we rightly have this message on our screen, which says it's a sense of belonging, and that's got nothing to do with gender, right? So we really need to start believing in it before we start practicing it.
Yes, and I think the first step would be I, for instance, at that point, thought of us as normal and someone from the transgender community as not normal, not abnormal, but not normal. So that was the lens that changed. Now I believe that we're all the same.
Yes,
But at
yes.
that time, probably I didn't have the maturity to understand people in that manner. So I think if we start with that as the beginning point, I think we'll be headed in a good direction.